On today's stream, China's US travel warning, Sony puts the kibosh on Fallout 76 crossplay. We'll talk more about why the United States is the best country, and the World Health Organization classifies gaming disorder as a mental health issue. Stay tuned. What is up, everyone? I'm your host, everybody's favorite cisgender, patriarchy perpetuating, mansplaining, homophobic, red-blooded American white alpha, Trump supporting crazy Jesus freak nut job with an axe to grind and scourge to soy boys everywhere, staying classy with you from Integrity Gamer. And we're doing it live again, doing some more Fallout 4, and we got some very interesting topics to cover today. Some news stories about China's US travel warning, Sony putting the kibosh on Fallout 76 crossplay. We're also going to talk more about why the United States is the best country, and about the World Health Organization classifying gaming disorder as a mental health issue. So definitely stay tuned. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get on with some gameplay here. I hope you guys are all having an awesome July 3rd. We are one day away from celebrating this most amazing nation's birthday, independence, once again dating back to 1776. Gotta love it. And we're gonna continue right where we left off yesterday from the game. So hope you guys are having an awesome day. I know it is another beautiful day outside. I did in fact do some more mountain biking yesterday. Good 12 miles, and plan on doing some more today. All right, let's check what we've got going on here. Alright, I think we're going to build some beds right off the bat here. We should probably jump out of this suit. Running pretty close to E here. Guess this is not going to work kind of the way I thought it would. Gonna do that. Nope. No. Nope. How do we get out of this thing? There we go. X marks the spot. Throw in another fusion core, just for good measure. No? Can I can I not do that? This is weird. Now I know that I do have more fusion cores. So maybe I've got to take this one out? Weird. Well, we're gonna worry about that later. And I am definitely...
One of these houses would be a good place to set up some beds.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm definitely over encumbered here. At the workshop. Allows me to build, adjust, and remove nearby objects and structures. Lucky me. All I want to do is build some beds. Carrying too much. No kidding. Alright, not quite what I'm looking for here. That's our weapons workbench. Get into the weapon crafting. I would love to be able to just have some sort of assault shotgun, some automatic shotgun with like a large clip, and just cap suckers. Cap suckers. So let's go with the minigun right off the bat. Let's see what we've got here. Standard barrel. Accelerated barrel. So there's quite a few things that I need for that. Standard sights. Gunner sights. I like that. I think we're gonna do that right now. Bam! That's how it gets done. Carrying too much and can't run. No kidding.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you for helping us out in Concord.
You ought to be
The
careful.
shredder?
I can fix most things.
Yes,
but people don't
please.
fix so easily.
Why can I not make it? Oh, required rank 2. Darn it. Soon I will have the shredder. That sounds awesome. See what we can do with the short laser musket. Hopefully something. don't quite have what we need in order to make those things happen. But believe me, we are going to be putting in the work. Yes, we will. Double barrel shotgun. Really don't want to shorten my range on this. That's what I'm talking about. I would love to turn this into a long barrel, full stock shotgun, double barrel shotgun. That would, that's my dream, and it's gonna happen. Let's see.
One of these houses would be a good place to set up some beds.
Well, we'll do this for right now. All right.
What happened to you guys?
Long story short, we've been on the move since the attack on Quincy. There used to be more of us. My son, he's gone.
I understand how you feel. I lost someone too.
But you and I, we're still here, right? We have to go on. For them.
I'd like to trade some items.
Some days are harder than others.
Maybe
But
I
even the
wouldn't
hard
like
days
to
are
trade some
easier than
items.
the one before.
I'm carrying too much. And I've got to build some beds. I don't even know how. I don't even know where that happens. Build structures. I need beds. Beds. Crafting. Here we go. Maybe this is it. Oh no, this is to build crafting stations. Nuka mixer station? That sounds like a winner to me. There we go. Furniture, right? So beds. Excellent. Let's build those beds. Let's build some nice beds too, shall we? No crap beds, just some really high quality beds. At least the highest quality that we can afford at this point. It requires something. What does it require? Darn it. Have the materials. Alright, well, it's not happening. At least not right now. So, what we're gonna have to do... I'm gonna get nostalgic here. I'm gonna go back to my old house. I'm gonna drop a bunch of this stuff off that I'm carrying. It's weighing me down. And then we are just gonna go do the sanctuary mission. Or the, do you remember what that mission's called? Tin something? We'll find out.
Yes.
Cool, cool, cool. This, yeah, this was my house. Have to do a big home makeover. But for now, we will just unload a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. Not dropping any weapons. Can drop this stuff though. What is up, Hunter Gaming? Welcome to the stream, sir. Thank you for joining. Doing some Fallout 4, and we're going to be talking about some fun topics today as well. Alright, there we go. We can actually move around again. Actually gotta get the hang of what it's like to be able to move this fast once again. It's crazy. It's crazy fast. So let's see.
I should have done more.
Let's see if we can do this now.
Those raiders pay for what they've done.
That's a really seedy looking bed. That's right, we can scrap stuff. I can't scrap the dog. I can't scrap the dog. That's hilarious. Alright, let's scrap the barrel. This is going to be a really good way for us to clean up around here. Like it already. Are gonna go ahead and not scrap that bench. Place is like, looks like Sanford and Sons, just full of junk. Dun, 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 dun. Great theme song. One of the best theme songs for a sitcom ever. Sanford and Son. If you disagree with that, you really need to just get your head checked. Can't scrap people. Soylent Green is made of people. Alright, let's see what we've got now. Furniture. Still missing something. I may very well be. There we go. Now we've got this figured out. We're not going to put a bed in the bathroom. That just seems seems a little unsightly. Maybe just a tad unsanitary as well. See where else we've got some people. Yeah, we're gonna scrap that car. This place is just full of junk. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you joining the page on PS4. Very cool of you. Appreciate all the support. Does not go unnoticed. Alright, well, let's get into our first topic of discussion while I play this sweet, sweet video game.
Get it? Because it's funny? Sort of? No.
See what we got here.
Not really.
Alright, well, we'll start off with this one. China is issuing, believe it or not, China issues a U.S. travel warning amid trade tensions. So the Chinese embassy in Washington has said they have a security advisory to Chinese nationals traveling to the United States, saying that public security in the United States is not good. Cases of shootings, robberies, and theft are frequent, the embassy said in the alert published on Thursday to its website. That's just insane. I think that the United States should retaliate. Not retaliate, but they should respond with a travel warning to China. And the travel warning should go something like this. We warn all United States nationals from going to China because of forced abortions, a 99% conviction rate in their judicial system, and a communist dictator government, and a complete lack of freedoms. There you go. China is quickly becoming, if it's not already, the most petty superpower ever in existence. They just are. It's just sad. Sad, sad, sad. We'll get into some more stories in a little bit. Let's build some more beds here. Boy, that just doesn't look like it's gonna fit right. Chan Garcia, what is this game? Sir. Really? You don't know what this game is? I can't believe you. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe you don't know what this game is. This is Fallout 4. Fallout 4. And it's got this whole sort of Minecraftian crafting element added to it. I don't know if you've ever played Fallout 3, but it had none of this stuff added, and this is a definitely direct result of the influence because of the popularity, as it were, that Minecraft has had in gaming. Voila. So we're 40% done with this. Got to build some more beds in these houses. Wow, I could scrap this whole entire place. I don't know if I want to do that. It is a pretty decent structure. I might have to do that, though. Well, welcome to the channel, Chachan. Está bien para mirarte otra vez, amigo. Always good to have you. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And we're doing things just a little bit differently. Kind of going over some news headlines today. Discussing some things. Making it... Yeah, we're going to scrap that whole house, I guess. We're making it a bit more interactive. So, you guys definitely encouraged to comment. And become part of the conversation. Right now we're talking about China's travel ban that they've issued from their embassy in Washington, telling Chinese nationals that maybe the United States isn't the place you want to go visit because of shootings, robberies, and blah, blah, blah. You know, stuff that doesn't ever happen in China. And of course they're just being petty because of the tariffs that are about to hit them. And rightfully so, too. China has been unfairly stealing intellectual properties and designs, and for years, for decades, they've been doing that, ripping stuff off. And now we've got a president here in the United States that actually cares, that's actually standing up and saying, you know what? No more. We're not doing that anymore. Or rather, you're not doing that anymore. You're going to play by the rules, or you're done. And that's the way it should be. Feel like I'm a property manager at a really crappy apartment complex right now, cleaning all this up. Going through and trying to make this place livable again. Alright, so we're gonna take this whole house right down. And yes, I will get into some action here. It's not going to be all just crafting during this stream. I'm gonna get in some gunfights, some tense moments. You know, the stuff you've come to see. Alright, I just hope no one in this community thinks that they're living in this house, because that's not happening. This is my old house, and it's staying my house. Maybe we'll be able to fix that stereo up at some point. Alright, well, let's put some... Well, this whole house is ruined, so... We're gonna scrap it. We're gonna have to rebuild, but let's see if there's anything salvageable. We can put some beds. This one's just a total wreck too, as is this. Look at this place. Feel like I'm cleaning up after a city that's been run by Democrats for 40 odd years. Talking about you, Detroit. Need to get a Republican in office over there. Clean it up already. Make that place livable. think it's a little bit late to be farming, gentlemen, but to each his own. Got a bed there. We're not really putting one there. We're not putting a bed in the kitchen. Get over here. Right the quick. There we go. We might be able to do something with this place. Alright. Let's build a nice bed. Put it just so. Another one here. See what we can do over here. All right, scrap this as well. Make a little space. And let's do this bed thing. Oh, totally did not mean to do that. Kind of wanted to move it over. There we go. This is OCD at its finest in gaming here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let's see if I've got to turn in for that quest. We'll exit this. Yeah, we've got to talk to Sturgis. He is right over here.
Sanctuary.
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like a well. Then we don't have to keep drinking the river water. That stuff's not good for you.
All right, so we've got to build a well. Where am I gonna find that? Let's see. Power, defense, resources. I'm thinking this maybe. Water. Nope, this doesn't look like it. There we go. Water pump. Powered water pump. Water purifier. Some of this stuff requires a little bit more than what I have at the moment. We're gonna go ahead and forego this. And we are going to dial it in right here. I guess I probably don't need a minigun with me. Seems a bit overkillish. So let's equip something slightly more practical at the moment. Although that thing may come in handy. I'm going to do the comfort grip pistol. There we go. I have leveled up too, okay. Didn't know that. Let's see what we got. Choices, choices, choices. So I would like to do something with that science perk. Scrapper, waste not, want not. You can salvage uncommon components. All right. That seems like a really good idea. Hopefully it pays off. Next rank, we're definitely doing that right there. No idea why I've got the hold to open workshop menu still going on. It is a dark, lonely road. Not the slightest clue as to where we're going either. Takes us to Concord. We need to be going over here. Wonder what the story was here. There is a raider over there?
Get him.
To the flank.
End of the line.
Good night. Something's attacking me. Dang it. You've got to be kidding me. This is the worst possible time to be running out of ammo. Suck. It does. Alright. Or a double barrel shotgun. Yeah, we'll take that. Alright, well, we successfully took out a camp of raiders. Close ones, I might add, too. They were located pretty close by, closer than I liked. Not going to have to be worrying about them anymore. Although one small problem, I still have no ammo in this gun. We're gonna have to remedy that. Alright, I think we're ready for whatever is going to be thrown at us now. Do a little quick save. Continue on our merry way. Where's the dog at? Shooting. We're gonna let those sleeping dogs lie, so to speak, though. No pun intended.
Over there.
You know we're going for that headshot. And it's nighty night. And with that, why don't we talk about our next topic here? Another headline, fresh off the press. This one coming from CNBC. And it was one that I didn't mention earlier at the start of the show, but billionaire Richard Branson, who's from the Virgin Group. No, not the incel group, but rather such as the corporation Virgin Airlines. I'm sure you've heard the name. So billionaire Richard Branson says America should give out free cash to fix income equality. So here's the thing that gets me about this. Richard Branson is a British billionaire entrepreneur. It always shocks me when you see people like Bernie Sanders, you see people like Branson, and then every other like rich guy, not necessarily a socialist, but out of touch rich guys, man, that think we should do something that they're not doing themselves, which is always just kind of blows my mind, right? Like Bernie Sanders, for example, is all about wealth redistribution. You know, he follows that socialist agenda and that dogma. The dude has 3 vacation homes. I wonder how many of those poor immigrants at the border he's letting in to live at his homes that he's clearly not living in at all times throughout the year. So, you know, it just smacks of hypocrisy. Richard Branson, if you want to inspire people to give out free money just willy-nilly, I mean, this is his whole idea too. He says that a basic income should be introduced in Europe and in America. He's just an... this is what money does to people. When you reach an economic level where you just get so high, you become out of touch with reality. You become out of touch what it's like to do the day-to-day and to be, you know, a lower rung on the ladder, so to speak. And, you know, just because you're rich, it's not your job to fix the world's problems. And this is just an asinine idea. We should just give money out to people for no good reason. Yeah, that's going to inspire people to, you know, not become socialistic. So just another stupid socialist, communist idea. It's retarded. And, you know, if you want people to do that, Richard Branson, why don't you start giving out some of your billions? And then, you know, maybe we'll come to the table and we'll talk about this. But unless you're going to lead by example, just keep your mouth shut. All right, carrying on here. Well, your place sucks. Hello? This would be a little awkward, waking up to a gun being pointed at you. Maybe I should put it away.
Hi.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
Didn't you ask the Minutemen for help?
You're with the Minutemen? I didn't really think you fellas still existed. We sent word with one of them passing traders, but honestly, I never expected anything to come of it. Most people don't put much stock in the Minutemen these days after Quincy. Bad business, that.
Do you want my help, or should I be on my way?
Don't get the wrong idea. I'm damn glad you're here. There's a raider gang that's been giving us trouble for weeks. Stealing food and supplies, threatening to kill us all if we don't pony up. We know where they're coming from, but we can't go up against a gang like that.
Will you be willing to join the Minutemen once I've dealt with those raiders?
Well, we'll certainly give it a good long think. People have gotten used to not being able to count on you folks. That's not going to change overnight.
Excuse me.
Out here? You gotta take things one day at a time.
Well, that is beautiful. The dawn is approaching. Now we're gonna take care of some raider scum. Oh, the assembly plant. Okay, so I've done this mission before, just full disclosure, and I've got to say that it's going to take a little bit more than what I've currently got. Shane Holman, welcome to the stream, brother. Maybe he should give out free cash. That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. If you want to inspire others to do what you want them to do, you should lead by example. Talk is cheap, alright? I think everybody knows that. Alright, maybe I will try going to the plant and just brutally murdering everybody. Raiders are no good. They need to be taken out. So we're gonna do the taking out, so to speak. Taking out the trash. Alright, dog meat. You're gonna do some more work for me.
Head over there.
We're gonna come in on a flank maneuver, kiddies. Try to do this smart like. Gonna let dog meat, poor dog meat. Dog meat's gonna be the fish bait, so to speak. He's on the hook. And it's a darn good thing we went with that. We went with that approach because I think that saved me a lot of heartache just now. And that dog is taking him out. I love it. Oh man, it is getting real in here. Real bad. Not going well. We might have to turn tail and just hit the Dusty, as it were. Please hit. Please hit. Of course it doesn't. $50-50 chance. Oh, it's a little better. Oh, and it still doesn't hit. You have got to be kidding. Oh, and I'm dead. And I am dead. Oh, you know, the sad thing is that was avoidable. I could have pulled, I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking. I could have pulled out the minigun. I could have put them all down, and that's exactly what I'm going to do this next time. That's happening. Let's see where they throw me. Alright, so we've got to backtrack just a little here. Basically just got to go talk to that lady again. Oh no, you're not getting away. You gotta be kidding. Finally. I gotta say, I'm not impressed at all thus far with this gun's accuracy. It's not impressive. Alright, 2 for 2 now. Maybe it's making me a believer. Just get to where we gotta go. Talk to these people. Get back to that rail yard and just waste those ghouls.
Hey. Head over there.
You're dead. Oh, right on the jump in too. You gotta love that. I know I do. Kablammy. Headshot. Connecting. We're getting it done. Alright. Pines Bluff. La-di-da. Let's talk to these peeps again, and then we'll get our autosave on. Come on, get up. I just waste these people. Oh yeah, I talked to him. I got the mission done. I won't do that. That's pretty terrible.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm here to help. I'm with the Minutemen.
You're with the Minutemen?
Yeah.
We sent word with one of them passing traders, but most people don't put much stock.
Sure.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground up.
Glad to hear it. Nope, there's a raider gang that's... We know where they're coming from.
Will you be...
Well, we'll certainly give it a...
All right.
Employment opportunities await at Cambridge Polymer Labs. Competitive salary and benefits. Apply today.
Let's do this. Darn it. Oh boy. And you're done. No thanks to you, dog meat. A lot of help you were. Goodness. Alright. Let's level up here. Do the hokey pokey. Turn yourself about. We want that science, I think. Methinks. There we go. And, alright, we've got our autosave done. That's good. Here's the rail yard. And here comes trouble. I'm gonna go around, though. And just to play it safe here. Yeah. Oh, a tactical minigun. Yeah, I think we could probably use that. Now let's talk. Got a shiny new sight on it too.
Dog meat! Go there.
Draw them out, and I'm gonna murder them all.
There.
Yeah. Call that a massacre.
Move out.
Boy, this place is infested with feral ghouls.
Hey. Over there. Go check that out.
This is not good. This is not good. We need that double barrel shotgun, like now. Holy cow, there's so many of them. I'm gonna just let them get closer. Man, that was close. Woo! That was tense. Tense. And the dog's back. We actually got some pretty good loot on him. Cigarettes, kind of throwing caution to the wind when you're a feral ghoul, aren't you? And you're smoking? Seems a little crazy. How about a new topic? So, the World Health Organization has now classified gaming disorder as a mental health issue. Thoughts on that? First of all, not a big proponent of the World Health Organization. They are part of the United Nations. And if you know anything, if you know a single thing about the United Nations, you know this. They suck. If you think the U.S. government sucks at what they do, the world, how they make... the world, the United Nations makes, you know, the United States government look like Einstein's. They really do. How about the Rwandan genocide? That comes to mind. Remember that? When the United Nations military just stood down and didn't do anything? The United Nations are the worst, one of the worst organizations on Earth. They, on the United Nations Council, right? They appointed Libya as overseeing human rights, when Libya is like one of the worst human rights violators on the face of the planet. So that just tells you how backwards and retarded this organization is. So I take everything I hear about them with not a grain of salt, folks, but with a salt shaker. Just that big blue package, brand new, unopened, of Morton iodized salt. That's what I take it with. Which is to say, they don't hold much stock with me. I really don't take anything that they say too seriously. So, big news. They classify gaming disorder as a mental health issue and are calling it a disease, which is just... Man. Hitler once said that if you tell a lie often enough, and I think loud enough, I'm going to butcher the quote here, but it's Hitler, so who cares? But the gist of his quote was to say that if you told a lie often enough and loud enough, that over time people would start to believe it. And that's what you see with this PC culture speak, right? This PC speak, everything's a disease, right? Because it absolves the human of personal responsibility for the condition. Alcoholism, oh, it's a disease. Of course it is. Drug abuse, it's a disease, yes. No, morons. Cancer is a disease, okay? Alzheimer's is a disease. If you're an alcoholic, put the bottle down. If you're a drug user, an abuser, and an addict, stop doing them. No, I realize that that is easier said than done by far. Having first-hand experience with those issues, my brother being an ex-drug addict, having a stepfather who was a very abusive alcoholic. I know firsthand what that stuff's about. I've had firsthand experience. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I understand the complexities of the situation and the difficulties and the struggles to overcome those addictions, but they're by no means diseases. To call that a disease is just, it's retarded. And what part of PC speak isn't retarded? The goal of political correctness, in my mind, from what I've been able to observe about it, is to eliminate truth. That's what it does. We put nice titles on terrible things because we don't want to face the ugliness of what they really are. Going to the laundromat. So, does that mean to say that I don't believe that gaming addiction exists? Yeah, it exists. If you're spending too much time playing games, if you are ignoring your responsibilities and instead playing video games instead of taking care of more pressing issues in your life, bigger responsibilities, then you've got a problem. You have a problem. And let's not pretend for a second that video games aren't designed to hook one into wanting to play endlessly. I mean, that's the whole point. If you do a study, any sort of study, and research about the addictiveness of games and why they are addictive, it's because they tantillate and they essentially what they do is stimulate the pleasure centers of your brain. And the problem with that is that over time, it trains your brain in the way that you don't want it to be trained. An example of that is if your brain is trained in such a way that it is used to being rewarded for the short term over and over and over, it's going to be harder and harder for you to want to invest time, effort, whatever it may be, resources, into doing something that's going to pay off in the long term. And so that's how it keeps you coming back for more. You're used to the pleasure center of your brain, the reward center, being stimulated. And it feels good. That's the way that God designed our minds. The problem is when that is exploited, which is what happens in the case of video games, that you have problems pulling away. You have problems doing things that aren't going to stimulate your pleasure centers the same way, i.e., you know, real life responsibilities and whatnot. So I'm not saying video games should be outlawed. That would be slightly hypocritical, right? I guess what I'm saying is that if you have a problem with video games, step away. If your personal life is suffering, if your personal responsibilities, your marriage, your relationship, whatever it may be that should be a priority over video games is suffering, you need to step away. And you need to learn how to control yourself. Yes, I did think that was a person for a moment. You need to get that under control. And so that may require you to step away for a while, to let your brain be untrained, for you to get back into the mental rhythm of life once again, get accustomed and used to what that feels like. Get used to taking care of your business, to being a good father, husband, wherever you're lacking, whatever's taking a hit. Man, it is Ghoul Central over here. Oh, we're not done. Where are you guys going? I'm coming for you. Let's do it, sucker. Oh, man. That is way more than I bargained for. That is way more than what I bargained for. I was not bargaining for that, all that. Holy cow. Wow, okay. This is going really, really wrong for me. Really quickly. I knew that I shouldn't have tried to take on this quest, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to stretch myself. I'm going to push myself. Step out of the old comfort zone, as it were. And it's not paying dividends, folks. It is not paying dividends at the moment. out of that. I have really got to watch my P's and Q's. Alright, hopefully I can happen upon something here that'll help me out. Some ammo, anything. Boy, those two bum-yums in that shack we visited, asking a lot of us, I think. And then giving me the crappy answer of, hey, would you think about joining the Minutemen afterwards? After I take on this Herculean task? Meh, you know, I'd give it a real long think. Well, that definitely sounds promising, doesn't it? So promising.
Hey. Get into position. Right here, boy. Get along, boy.
You know, why are headshots so impossible? 52%? I mean, I'm right next to the guy. Cut me some slack. Oh. Where were you on that one, dog meat? Two shots left. Two shots and not a lot of hope. What do we got here? No shotgun shells. I guess I still have the short laser musket, so we can crank this thing. We can still do some damage. And will. We will do some damage. What did you find, dog meat? Where are you at? Yes? Talk to me. What do you got for me? We are literally going in circles here. What do you got? Why do I feel like you're wasting my time? You are wasting my time. Can I craft some ammo maybe? That would be nice. Doesn't really look like it. What a wasteland. This is it. This is it. What's going on in here? Super duper mart. Not bad. We might be able to put something together here.
Heads up. See if he had anything worth taking.
Love to get my hands on a robot. Hey, we're getting it done here. Really, it'd be nice if I had a gun that took 38 rounds. Eating some gourds and melons, like right now. Need to get that health back up. Let's see. Why did I just take a bunch of buff out? That was a mistake. We're not gonna take the jet, kids. We're gonna drop it. 99. Got a kickball on him. Talk about random. Huh. Oh, shotgun shell? Radaway? Yes. Yes. This is the kind of storage I need. I need to find just a ton of this stuff holed up someplace. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Give me the goodies. Really? You missed this thing. You went from unreliable. Oh, great. How did I miss that shot? Ugh. Real nice. Just beautiful. Beautiful. This sucks. This sucks being underpowered, underprepared. I'll tell you what right now, this is a stupid, stupid quest for me to be taking. I'm gonna go back to the Commonwealth, my little sanctuary place, and I am going to craft some real bad A weapons, and then I'm going to come back and I'm gonna murder all these fools. All of them. And I'm gonna make it look effortless. Alright, well, let's finish up the news topics of today. Wendell Brown has been sentenced to 4 years in a Chinese prison, according to Yahoo. So, Wendell Brown, black guy, came from Detroit, came from the wrong side of the town. Mom raised him up good, got into football, and he ends up going over to China in order to coach football on a visa for doing English as a second language, teaching people how to speak English, right? Very popular way to be able to live in other countries. He goes to a bar or a club. From reading the story, it sounds like it's, you know, it sounds like it's a place that that served alcohol and also served food. He goes there, and I guess some Chinese nationals get hostile with him. They start throwing beer bottles at him. Beer bottles, wine bottles, something like that. And he pushes them out of the way to protect himself, to get out of there. And he's arrested by the Chinese police. Now, for all you socialist commie morons who think that the United States sucks and that China's, oh, just so much better, it's this utopian paradise, this is where you're about to get schooled, morons. Wendell goes in thinking, most likely, that, hey, I did the right thing. I'm not guilty. What have I got to lose? I'm going to depend on the Chinese justice system to see me out of this. Well, if you know anything about the Chinese justice system, there is a 99% conviction rate. Now, if that doesn't start setting off alarms and raising red flags in your mind, then you're probably brain damaged. Because that means you have a very lopsided judicial system. .99% conviction rate. I'll give you one guess what happened. That's right. He lost. He's going to prison, a Chinese prison, for the next 4 years. Dirty postman uniform, I don't know. Wait, there's a letter there? I'll take the letters. Maybe I can read them. So, Wendell Brown is sentenced. His family, they're trying to fight him to get him out. They're trying to get into touch with President Trump or someone in his cabinet. Trying to stay hopeful, but what a terrible end. What a terrible end, man. He's got 4 years in a Chinese prison. Who knows what those conditions are like? This is why you do not want to... You never, ever, ever want to go to a country where you don't have real rights. China's a communist dictatorship. That's what it is. Don't expect to have America's judicial system impartial on your side when you go to another country. Anyway, I wish him the best. I think we should all be praying that this guy gets released somehow and gets to be taken back to the United States and reunited with his family. He's got a son. He's 10 years old. And, yeah. Little Wendell Jr. It's a sad story. Next story and final story of today that I wanted to cover. Fallout 76's Todd Howard says no cross-console play for the upcoming Fallout 76 title because, and I quote, Sony is not as helpful as everyone would like. I'm not a big fan of Bethesda. In the last couple months, I've come to realize just how commie, lefty, and just stupid that the company really is. I think that Pete Hines has a very poor attitude. He's just another lefty liberal moron, perpetuating the narrative that Trump and Trump supporters are Nazis, which of course is dug in real deep into Wolfenstein 2, the Colossus. I think it's probably a colossal piece of crap, if anything. That's what's colossal about it. Anyhow, Todd Howard's throwing Sony under the bus. Essentially, Sony has put the kibosh on crossplay for their title, which will also release on the PC and the Xbox One console. Now, crossplay, I mean, I thought they should have implemented crossplay a long time ago, and I think the first company that should have done it should have been Activision with the Call of Duty titles. In fact, I thought I had a genius idea for it, which would have been calling it Console Wars, right? You could have a mode where you could connect to other players over the Xbox Live from your PlayStation console within the game, play against them, or just have a server where everyone can meet up. And you could just call that mode Console Wars. I mean, because back at that time, that's what was going on. It was Console Wars were in full effect, and I mean, I think the Console Wars are just stupid. They're the dumbest and most insane and pointless debates ever constructed by man. I mean, really? Out of all the things we're going to argue about, it's going to be about which video game console you choose to waste your life playing? Thanks. But anyway, that was my idea, and, you know, I think everyone kind of saw this coming, to be quite honest with you. Sony's really conservative, and probably overly so, about opening up their console to other platforms. Although they did do crossplay with Steam, as you'll remember, famously. I think that was 2011, 2012 with Valve's Portal 2 game, and that was cool. I actually did utilize that feature with my friend who was playing it over Steam on his PC. So So if you were planning on buying Fallout 76 and had the high hopes that you'd be able to play with your friends who are Xbox owners only, your dreams, your hopes, they're all been dashed. I don't know how you'll go on living. I know I'm probably going to have to talk to someone and really get some help on this, because I just... What's the point? What is the point of going on, right? Well, we just killed a ton of mole rats. Just an absolute massacre. We need to recharge here. I don't know why I would want a blood pack. That just seems really, really strange. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Hey there.
Thanks for the help.
Anything else?
Thanks for the help.
Maybe you give me 50 more bottle caps? No? Alright. Can I get a Nuka-Cola on you? I cannot. Can I use your computer? I don't think anyone can use your computer. I will take that newspaper though. Hope it's not yours. Hope this isn't yours either, because I'm taking it. And I don't want any problems. Alright. Let's get back to where we once belonged. As Paul McCartney once so famously said, we are going back. Yeah, why don't we fast travel over there? We'll do our little leveling up. I think we leveled up, so... I'd be surprised if we didn't. I mean, we just massacred tons of those mole rats. Tons. So that concludes all the news topics I wanted to cover today. And look at this place. It's really starting to look up, isn't it? Fixing this place up nice. Definitely not scrapping that. Alright, well I think I'm going to cut it off right here for today. I do have some other things that I need to get done. I've got a honeydew list, and one of them is the dishes, so... That's some real world crashing into my virtual world, and the real world should and does win out every time. So in concordance with the earlier story about video game addiction, put your priorities first, and this should be tertiary of all things. This should be what you're doing when everything else is done. You've got nothing else to do. So I hope you guys have an awesome July 4th. I will be off. I will not be broadcasting. Not planning on it. I will see you guys again. July 5th, though, will return. And the rest of the week. So looking forward to seeing you guys again, talking with you, chatting with you, going over whatever the hottest news stories are at the time, including gaming news. And we'll see you back here next time. Be sure and share this with someone that you think might like it. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. You guys have a blessed weekend, Well, blessed 4th of July at least. I'll talk to you before the weekend. And we'll see you back here next time. Peace out. God bless.